Corpbiz.
Hello everyone, my name is Sushi Taj and I am here today to guide you regarding the CDSCO registration for obstetrical and gynecological medical devices. So let's begin. Firstly, let's secure a good grasp on the basic concepts. The obstetrics and gynecology field in the medical industry is dedicated to the care of women during pregnancy and childbirth, as well as the diagnosis and treatment of conditions affecting the female reproductive system. It also focuses on various conditions affecting the health of women, including infertility, menopause, and hormonal difficulties. It also goes by the name OB-GYN. The Central Drug Standard Control Organization, also known as CDSCO, is a regulatory organization for the Indian medical device industry under the Drugs and Cosmetics Act of 1940. The CDSCO is the national governing body for obstetrical and gynecological medical devices. The Indian CDSCO is administered and governed by the Directorate General of Health Services or the DGHS under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. It performs similar duties to those of National Medical Products Administration NMPA of China, the European Medicines Agency EMA, the PMDA of Japan, the Food and Drugs Administration FDA of the United States, the Medicines and Healthcare Products Regulatory Agency of the United Kingdom, and the European Medicines Agency EMA of the European Union. The Act and rules delegate numerous obligations for drug and cosmetic regulations in India to the central and state regulators. The CDSCO is a central drug control organization which performs the task entrusted to the central government under the Act. It also advises and coordinates the actions of state drug control organizations. The CDSCO and state regulators work together to provide licenses for certain specialized categories of essential drugs such as vaccines, blood and blood products, IV fluids, and etc. The status of the medical device has now been enlarged beyond the 23 previously notified medical devices on 1st April 2020, requiring that all medical devices are to be registered under the Drugs and Cosmetics Act 1940. From 1st October 2022, all Class A and B medical devices are mandated to be imported under the import license. All remaining Class C and D devices that are yet to be notified will require import licenses by 1st October 2023. Now, who can register under CDSCO? They are importers, Indian agents, foreign enterprises holding Indian subsidiary, and corporates. The essential objective of CDSCO is that the license guarantees that no animals were harmed or put through testing while making cosmetic items, nor are heavy metals or toxins being utilized. The product is secure for general consumption. Only drugs and medical equipment that have received CDSCO approval may be imported. CDSCO can grant registration for the following: cosmetics registration, import for manufacture of drugs, export NOC, test license, ethics committee registration, formulation R&D organization, blood bank registration, blood product registration, dual use NOC for traders, BA or BE approved sites, and sponsors BA, PE, and CT. Now that we have covered our basics, let's focus on the classification of medical devices pertaining to obstetrical and gynecological medical devices. The term medical device appears in section 3B subclause 4 of Drugs and Cosmetics Act of 1940. Prior to 2005, India had no regulations of governing medical devices. Today, however, there are registration processes for specific medical device types that are covered by the medical device rules. While the list of regulated products is exhaustive, the CDSCO occasionally adds products to the list. Before marketing your product in India, you must ascertain whether it is governed under the CDSCO. Depending on the level of risk, medical devices are divided into 4 categories: Class A, Class B, Class C, and Class D. The device classification determines the CDSCO fees for the processing of the application. No matter how the device is classified, the application procedure takes up to 6 to 9 months. Applications for devices that are unable to recognize a predicate device will be deemed innovative and will probably take more time to be processed. Now let's discuss the eligibility criteria for CDSCO registration for obstetrical and gynecological medical devices. The manufacturer should have a company with a registered office operating in India, any authorized agent of the manufacturer, a subsidiary company of that manufacturer operating in the country, any other importer who wishes to deal in the business of importing cosmetic products from other countries. Now, the documents that are required for CDSCO registration for obstetrical and gynecological medical devices: a duly filled application form, Challan TR6, ISO 13485, power of attorney, an undertaking stating that only accurate information is provided, certificate of quality assurance, CE design accreditation, declaration of conformity, Schedule D1, master plant file, device master plant file or DMF, free sale certificate or FSC. Now, finally, in regard to the registration process of CDSCO for obstetrical and gynecological medical devices, application for both notified and non-notified medical devices must be filed via the Sugam portal, which CDSCO uses to manage applications. The first step is to know whether your product requires registration and then to appoint an authorized Indian agent for CDSCO registration for OB-GYN medical devices. Now I am going to state the eligibility criteria of an authorized Indian agent. The agent must be a resident of India. He or she must have years of experience in the healthcare industry. They must hold a power of attorney (POA) to submit medical device registration documents to CDSCO. Must hold wholesale drug licenses in form of 20B and 21B. Submit the application along with the required documents. After the documents for the registration are submitted, CDSCO will get back to the Indian agent with a query letter. If the responses or answers given by the Indian agent are deemed satisfactory by CDSCO, the license will be granted. The registration certificate for the obstetrical and gynecological medical device is valid for the term of 3 years. So that concludes our video on the CDSCO registration for obstetrical and gynecological medical devices. For more such information and queries that you may have, contact Corpbiz with the details provided below. At Corpbiz, we have an excellent team of experts who can assist you with all your legal queries. You can also comment down below any of the queries that you may have. For more such videos, subscribe to our channel. Thank you.